Thank you for joining us again on another episode of the Commend Journey podcast. I am your host, Michael Diamond. I have a wonderful guest with us today. And before we get started, we'd like to thank you, the listener, and those of you who follow us on all the different platforms we're on. Make sure you share these episodes with your friends when you see some key insights that we have discovered. So today, I have a special guest with me, and that is Martin Moser from Commend International. He is the head of product management. Thanks for coming on the show, Martin.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So normally we have guests introduce themselves, but because you're so special, I figured I would cover your introduction for the show. One of the things I'd like to start with, as I do with all of our guests, is I'd like to know a little bit about what you've been up to, how you got to be the head of product management, and just a little bit about the professional career track.
Yeah, so let's start. I'm with Commend for about 12 years now. And before that, I was in TV broadcasting industry for quite a while. Before that, I did my studies in innovation and product management, and also have a technical background in electronics and programming. So that's actually where I started and where I came from. And I made my journey all through the product landscape of Commend in the first couple of years. And then got actually in the role of team leader of my product management team. And here, we're taking care of basically all the products, hardware, software, services that you probably know from Commend.
Sure, absolutely. So there's going to be folks in the audience who not as familiar as Commend as they should be. And that's okay, because we'll get to do some education, and I appreciate that opportunity. So what does it take to manage not just a product, but entire lines of products?
Yeah, there are various skills necessary in order to do so. First, you need to have solid knowledge in both business and technology. So actually, these two disciplines need to converge in the mind. So to have a purely technical focus is not enough, and also to be purely business and marketing related is also not enough for such kind of a product range that we are actually serving to our customers. So it needs a good mix in order to be successful and to do the right decisions at the end of the day, to have a product that can serve the market well and makes our customers happy.
That is definitely a difficult dance, I'm sure, especially with the needs of the market and being as varied as they are, because Commend is an international product. It doesn't just serve the Americas.
Yes.
So it has to be able to serve the entire world. And so I wonder if you could think to a specific product, say in the past 2 or 3 years, that has been developed or released. Let's take, just for instance, the OD1.
Mm.
So outdoor intercom unit that has been developed by and released by Commend. When we look at the OD1, there were some significant differences when it comes to that versus the OD5 or ID5. What made Commend, or what was the product development cycle that said, listen, we need to have something that doesn't have a screen, something that is just a camera and a button? What was the thought train behind it?
Yeah, actually, it sounds rather simple to have such a station introduced to the market, but there are lots of capabilities that need to be in that product in order to be successful. And especially that product, we introduced a new chipset that makes it possible to have neural networks running on that chip on the edge, and gives us, or all of our customers, better audio quality when high background noise is occurring. So we use AI, neural networks, to process audio on the edge and clean the voice from the noise that's actually around that. And that was a rather significant piece that we introduced alongside with the pure hardware product that looks very, very simple at the beginning, but there's a lot behind the scenes that makes it a great product.
Yeah, so that's a great mention by you as far as the neural network audio that was released this year. I wonder if if those in the audience who maybe have not heard or experienced it, can you talk a little bit about the process of developing it and then how it functions for the end user?
Yeah, sure. So actually, in our audio development, we have a full team of signal processing specialists that always try to make our product even better and try to find new solutions to the challenges out there in the market. And one of the biggest challenges is definitely the background noise that occurs in various occasions, whether it's a parking spot or whether it's on the street or in an industrial area. That's very, very keen to actually have our customers being heard or to understand people, even if they are in a harsh environment, they have high background noise. And we can do both. We have traditional algorithms to extract speech from the background noise, but we're also using the AI stuff in order to make this happen. I think that's all. There's a little bit of magic behind, which I will not disclose here because that's our USPs. But that's a secret sauce, actually, at the end of the day, to do all the research behind the scenes. And at the end, you have a final product out there in the market.
So I think that's sort of one thing that I've been really interested in and how you work. And that is, what are your processes when you take an idea or when someone comes up with an idea or you see a use case that is required? We need this new product. We need this thing. How does it go from this thing in your head or the group's head to a piece of technology that I have in my hand? How does that process, just the broad brushstrokes, the overview of how does it work?
I think basically we distinguish between two sources. We have either a market pull, so a request that comes out there from a market independently from the technical solution. So in that case, it would be like, we have high background noise, how to solve that? And then this makes us think on how to solve that, and we come up with different kind of solutions. And the other form is actually the technology push. So we have a technology in our hand like neural networks or AI, and we try to utilize and solve already known challenges out there in the market. Then it depends on the type of innovation, whether it's a radical innovation or an incremental innovation, on how to prioritize that. The radical stuff sometimes needs involvement of universities, like in the case of the AI development. And the incremental improvements are actually the things that we do on a daily basis, trying to improve every type of process that we have in R&D and in production to make the best audio products in our market.
So one of the innovations that I got to see recently at GSX for the first time in my hand was Virtuosis Link. And so it appears a great option, a great tool for those customers who are looking to upgrade their current spaces, their current devices, and be able to use them in current technologies, current servers when it comes to command. I wonder if you could talk a little bit about what Virtuosis Link is and how it can benefit a customer.
Yeah. So Virtuosis Link is a product that actually ties into our evergreen philosophy. So whenever you buy something from Command, you go with us we go on a journey with the customer for a very long time. So our products do not even last long. They're also compatible to former products and to future products. That sounds quite nice, and it is quite nice, but there are lots of challenges, of course, in order to make that happen, to have a technology that is out there in the market for 30 years, like the digital versions of our intercoms. That's exactly the intercoms that tie into the Virtuosis Link, and they can now be connected to our latest generation of servers and even to the cloud services that we offer. And that's rather unique to have a step-by-step modernization approach. And the Virtuosis Link is one really central piece to go on in that journey, digitization, and enable even classic products, classic systems to connect to the cloud and use the services that we have in the cloud.
Yeah, the cloud's been a big part of the conversations we've been having here with not only dealers but end users. I wonder if you could speak to how the cloud has continued to grow and shape and change as far as what Commend's offerings are.
Yeah, we started the cloud with rather simple services like door call services, and now this has really, really evolved into a lot more structural approach for security systems. So we now can use our cloud to manage security systems, to manage our intercom system on a remote basis, to connect it to mobile phones, to have a web client included, and add-on services like our conversational AI named Ivy to help our customers to outsource routine tasks to an AI and help to save time and money in call centers.
Yeah, I think we've seen Ivy grow and change. How do you think that will continue to grow and change as we move forward into 2025 and beyond? I know I'm sure that there's a ton of roadmap pieces that you're probably not allowed to talk about, but I would love to be able to talk about something for the audience where they could look forward to.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot related to the AI piece that we're going to release in the next couple of years. Ivy is getting smarter each day. So we use all the knowledge that's generated out there in the field and train it even further. There are some new features coming up as well in terms of reporting and analyzing for our customers. And yeah, some exciting things are coming up next year as well. But you're right. I'm not ready to disclose a lot at the moment.
It's not at liberty to discuss. That's understandable. I'm sure all of our listeners in the security industry understand what that means. Can't talk about everything, and that's okay. So, if you're looking ahead, which I assume someone in your position really always is, does that also mean that you look back at what has been done to judge progress, to judge when things need to be released, or does it matter to you very much what Commend has done as far as release timing in the past?
Yeah, definitely. So, in the role of a product manager, you always need to question yourself, look back on what has happened in the past, what was successful in the previous releases, what could have been done better, what feedback have we collected with existing products, what can we transfer to the new products that are already in development. And that's actually one major task as well, to listen constantly and process the information in the right way, prioritize what is important for which kind of vertical market and customer in order to make the existing products even better and use the knowledge that you gain for future generations of products.
I love that. Future generations of products. Okay, so let's talk about the future then. Normally on the show, we usually get a wrap question, a sort of final question, and I ask our guests, if you look forward to the next 5 years or so, what do you think we're talking about as part of what we do on an everyday basis in this industry? If conversational AI, if that is the current conversation, if that's what people are talking about, then if we look ahead, what are we focused on in the future?
I think a lot will move into automation, and AI is just one piece that helps in automate things. And there were actually two reasons for that why we're moving into that direction. One is scarcity of labor, scarcity of tech labor, both at our end customers, but at our partners level as well. So integrators that work in the space, it's really, really hard to maintain existing systems on a daily basis, to have a variety of systems. All those systems converge. Standards are rising in the next couple of years. And so that's a major piece, so that it's very, very hard to find good people and to still maintain the systems. And that's where AI and automation comes into play. And we as a manufacturer are trying to help whenever we can to help our customers here. That's one piece. And the other piece is actually the cybersecurity part, which is a thing that will grow and grow in the future, not as a unique feature, but something that that has to be there as a baseline and has to be maintained on a constant basis. As it's very dynamic and lots of things are changing in the tech world, we always need to keep up with the latest technology.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's difficult to continue that chase to stay up with the latest development, sort of that cutting edge pieces, but it's super important because it helps shape our future. So, Martin Moser, head of product management, I want to thank you for coming on the Command Journey podcast, and we look forward to seeing what you develop next.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.